Hello everyone, this is Blue Island Public Library with the first of a series of short videos where we learn how to use spreadsheets. In this video, we will talk about the different types of programs across different platforms. We will answer the question, what is a spreadsheet? We will discuss the different types of data that you can use, and we will finish off with a short demo on how to enter data. There are different spreadsheet programs depending on what computer system you use. For example, if you are on a Windows computer, you can use Microsoft Excel. Mac has a program called Numbers. However, Microsoft has developed a cross-platform version of Excel that you can use on your Mac as well. Calc is the open source Linux version. Open source just means that it's available to download and use for free. And lastly, we have the youngest of the four, Google Sheets. Sheets is different because it's a web application, which means that as long as you have internet, you can access your files. It is the only one that is completely cross-platform, which means that you can use it on any computer. We will cover features that are not specific and that apply to all spreadsheet programs. For the purposes of the demo today, we will use Google Sheets, only because it's the most accessible. So, what is a spreadsheet? Spreadsheet is a digital table that you can use to store and calculate data in a logical and organized way. It has columns that are named with letters and rows that are named with numbers. At the intersection of these columns and rows are cells. Cells are named after the column letter and the row number. For example, this is cell B3. This will be important later when we learn about cell referencing. There are different types of data that you can input into a cell. First is text. Basically, anything that is not a number can be considered text. Values are the opposite. Anything with a number, such as integers, currency, dates, and times, are all values. Formulas are mathematical operations. It is important to understand that if you enter a formula into a cell, you will only see the return value in the cell. For example, if you enter 1 plus 1, you will only see the answer, 2. You can use cell references in your formulas. Cell references point to values in different cells and perform the operation on those values. For example, here in the green row, we are telling the program to take the value in A3 and multiply it by the value in B3. If we change the value in those cells, the formula will recalculate automatically. Functions are pre-programmed formulas. They can make calculating large amounts of data very quick and easy. And lastly, there are hyperlinks. Hyperlinks are a type of text that will take you to a site outside of your program. For example, if I click on this link, it'll take me to the Blue Island Public Library website. Okay, so let's learn how to enter data into our spreadsheet. Here I have my spreadsheet open. This is a Google Sheet, and I want to start entering data right here in A1. So all I do is click on it and start typing. And then I hit enter. As soon as I hit enter, the program will select the next row down, and I can continue to enter my data. In this case, I'm entering a value. This is an integer. I can do that several times. Okay, and I hit enter. You will notice that the text is left justified and the values are right justified. This is the program telling you that it knows the difference between text and values. Okay. It also knows the different types of values. So if I were to type in a $sign in front of it, it will format it as currency. And you'll know it's currency because it adds the comma in the thousands place. I can also add dates. Like that. When I hit enter, it automatically formats it in the style of date that I want. I can also enter formulas. So for example here, let's do a simple formula. 1 plus 3 equals 4. And I hit enter. Now you'll notice that the return value here is 4. If I click on it, up here in the function box, you can see what I typed in, equals 1 plus 3. Now you'll notice a couple of things. The cell is not returning the 1 plus 3, it's returning the answer, which is 4. And I started my formula using the equal sign. Okay? I can also do another formula, but this time I want to use a cell reference. So in order to do any formula or function, I have to start with an equal sign. And I am going to reference cell A2. Whatever's in A2, I want to add it to A3. So I just start typing A2 plus A3. When I do, it's going to take whatever is in A2, cell A2, and add it to A3. When I hit enter, you'll see the sum is the value down here. Okay? Cell references are important because if I were to change anything in A2 or in A3, any of these values, the formula below will automatically change. So let's say I do this. Now it'll recalculate down here if I hit enter. You'll notice now it's a different number. I can also do functions. Functions are preset formulas. So for example, in this case, I'm going to do a sum. I just start typing the function name and I hit open parentheses, and here I'm going to use cell references, but this time I'm going to just click on them, and it's smart enough to know that I want to reference those cells. So I'm going to select these two again, and this time I'm going to also select, do comma, select this one down here, and then close parentheses and enter. And there you go. Now you have the sum of A2, A3, and A6 down here. Okay, and that is it for entering data. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing on the button below. And if you'd like more information about Blue Island Library, please go to blueislandlibrary.org. Also, please look for us on social media.